All right. Well, hi there. It's Zach again with vlog number 2. I know it's a couple days late. We went on a trip starting on Thursday and all the way until today. We left about 6 o'clock in the morning because Kai wasn't feeling very good. But we got to visit Sarah's family, and I got to see my dad and my stepmom. And it was fantastic. It was a great trip. We had a lot of fun. Excuse me. Also, I've done like a gazillion takes of this video, and it's just been one thing after another. But hey, whatever. I'm dedicated. I continue on to bring these vlogs to you guys as frequently as possible, and preferably every day. But the internet over at Monty and Gail's house wasn't super stable, so I wasn't able to upload anything. Except for a couple very cute pictures of Kai Jade. Hope you guys have all seen those on my Instagram and my Facebook. Anyways, besides being a dork, let's talk about my health journey and where it started. My health journey started about 10 years ago when I was 15, and I was 240 pounds and just eating like crap. I was drinking a lot of soda, eating a lot of chips, and playing a lot of video games. And it was just, I just didn't know any better, I just didn't know that, movement is important, and, eating real food is equally as important. First couple things I did to kind of start taking my health under control was I got a job when I was 16 years old, and that actually shaved a bunch of weight off of me just because I was moving, I worked at an Albertsons. I was a courtesy clerk, that's what they're called, running around, grabbing carts, bagging groceries, on my feet all day. And I think that was really important. I actually had a lot to begin with, like a lot of knee pain, a lot of lower back pain, just because my midsection was so heavy, and it was causing me a lot of pain. But eventually, it became normal. Not the pain, but I worked off the weight, and I didn't have that pain anymore. And then I switched to diet soda, which I don't recommend as a health alternative, but it did help me shave some weight. And I straight up had a soda addiction. I was drinking so much soda at the time. Anyways, I hit 19 years old, and I moved to Seattle for a brief stint, and I was very broke, and I didn't eat. So I dropped down to 170, which, I don't feel like weight, like the number that the weight number is important, because I was super unhealthy then too. I was living off of like 7-Eleven nachos and double big gulps. And, but I was down to 170, so yeah, if you're just looking for a number, I don't think that's really what the goal should be. You should want to feel vibrant and healthy, and I was not. I was so depressed because I was just depressed, man. It just wasn't a good time. All I was doing was playing video games and eating crappy food and just being a bum, essentially. Then I moved in with my dad and stepmom, and I learned how to cook. And I did gain a bunch of weight initially. I jumped from 170 to 200, and that was because my body was starving for nutrition, and I was just shoving my face full of food, and I didn't have any, didn't have a grasp. I didn't have any self-control, essentially. I kind of started smoking and drinking about that time too. I learned my love of beer, and I picked up smoking actually in Seattle. Last couple months I was there, I was smoking. But I also got into yoga, and I got into cooking healthy food and eating healthy food and learning about, the health itself. And that was a very important part of my life, because I got those things in my head. And that's when I started crowding those good habits with the bad habits. Was I a single boy with bad hygiene? Yes, I was. But thankfully, falling in love with Sarah Kate, which is the next part of the story, helped me be a much less stinky human being. Anyways, I moved to Agnes with Dawn and Dad, and lo and behold, there was Sarah Kate, and I was freaking smitten with her first time I saw her. And we fell in love, and we partied, and we smoked cigarettes, and we drank a lot. And, you know, in this time, I had already had a scare with prediabetes when I was like 15. I got under control by the time I was 18 with, you know, running around and working and not drinking the sugary sodas. And I switched to sugary beers, you know, high carbohydrate beers, which is, you know, those carbs are turning into glucose thanks to insulin. And little by little, my body was becoming more and more insulin resistant without me realizing it. Also, what else makes you insulin resistant is smoking. Makes you super insulin resistant. I didn't know that until recently, and I have quit smoking. It's taken me a couple times, but I know this time is it, because I have to take my health super seriously now, because I don't want to lose a foot. Because I guess that brings me to the last part of the story. I'm a diabetic now, guys. Ooh, not super exciting news, but I'm officially like past where I was when I was 15. I wish I could give you guys numbers, but I just can't remember them off the top of my head. And like I said, we left at like 6 o'clock this morning to get home, and I'm tired. And this is like take 1,855,000. But yeah, I'm diabetic, but with my health and exercise, or my health and exercise, my diet and exercise that I've been doing recently, I was sitting at resting blood sugars of being at 300, which is like super dangerous and like causes nerve damage, and like you will lose a foot or your eyes. And I was actually having really terrible ocular migraines and headaches without realizing what it could have been linked to my diabetes, and I finally figured out that it was. And that was about 2 months ago when I found out how high my blood sugars were, and that's when I started nailing down my nutrition and my exercise program. And that's where Beachbody has helped me a lot, because it's really big on those two things. I mean, obviously, they're selling you an exercise routine, but they're also selling you a nutrition plan that it's pretty on point. Do I follow it to a T? No, I don't. Not yet. I've been getting better and better about it every time I've gotten back into this working out. The last time was probably the best time I've really hunkered down and followed the nutrition plan. I'm starting my Cours de Force today. With the traveling and stuff like that, I'm kind of giving it a little slide on the nutrition side of things, but I am going to start working out today. But I'm going to nail it down for the rest of the Cours de Force, which is a 30-day workout program. Also, another thing that helps a lot is the Shakeology. I'll be honest, it does lower my blood sugar by quite a bit. How it does it, I don't know. It tastes delicious. It tastes like chocolate. I don't know what sort of sorcery this is, but it is packed full of superfoods. And I believe stevia helps control your blood sugars just a little bit. I know that sounds weird, because most artificial sweeteners are still going to make your blood sugar spike no matter what. But I've gotten down to about when I eat, about 200 to 230 is the high spectrum, like when my blood sugar spikes. And then getting it, resting blood sugar seems to be around between 150 and like 180, which is still not great, because a normal blood sugar should be about 90, and then when it spikes, it should be about 130. But I'm getting it down there with exercise and diet, and I think that's super exciting, because I was prescribed some medicine, and it actually spiked. Anytime I wasn't like taking my medicine, my blood sugar was just right back to where it was, and I I did some research, and the medicine was making my body more insulin resistant, and that's really not what I want to do. I want to make my body more insulin sensitive, and just better at able to break down those sugars and get it out of my goddamn bloodstream so it stops ruining my eyeballs and threatening my feet. Anyways, so that's where I'm at. Like I said, it's a health journey. I'm taking steps every day to improve my life, and hopefully this honesty and, you know, this kind of vulnerability of me talking about my health journey kind of loosens people up to talk about theirs. You know, I don't think it should be a hidden thing, or, you know, you feeling down about where your health is at, or, you know, feeling bad about how your body looks, you know, because we all feel that. You know, we're human beings. We always want to strive to be better, but I don't think a lot of us know where to take that first step, and that's okay. And if I can help somebody take that first step and they can walk on without me, that's perfect. That's all I want to do. I just want to help people, because it's been a really tough journey for me. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. This has been Zach with vlog number 2, my health journey.